It's time for a Christmas story. Listen, can you hear it? The sound of silence. Outside, the world is covered in a thick, soft blanket of white snow. It's the kind of snow that sparkles like diamonds when the moon shines on it. The air is crisp and cold, so cold that if you breathed out, you would see a little puff of white cloud. Everything is quiet. The birds are tucked away in their nests, warm and dry. The squirrels are sleeping deep inside the hollow trunks of old trees. The cars are parked, covered in frosty white hats. But in the middle of this quiet, snowy world, there is one house that is awake. It is a little cottage with a chimney that puffs out gentle gray smoke that smells like burning oak wood. The windows are glowing with warm, golden light, looking like squares of butter in the dark night. And standing right outside that cottage, in the middle of the garden, stood Barnaby. Barnaby was a snowman. He had been built just that afternoon by the children who lived in the cottage. He was a very fine snowman indeed. He had 3 big snowballs for a body, round and sturdy. He had 2 pieces of shiny black coal for his eyes, which gave him a very kind look. He had a bright orange carrot for a nose, and an old red woolen scarf wrapped snugly around his chilly neck. Barnaby liked being a snowman. He liked the feel of the cool breeze whirling around him. He liked feeling the snowflakes land gently on his snowy head. But there was one thing Barnaby wanted more than anything else in the world. It was Christmas Eve, and Barnaby wanted to know what Christmas felt like inside. He stood in the garden, still as a statue, and looked through the living room window. He couldn't move closer because snowmen have no feet, but his coal eyes could see everything. He saw the children laughing as they hung tinsel on a big green fir tree. He saw the tree covered in lights that blinked red, then green, then gold. It looked magical. He saw them hang fuzzy red stockings by the fireplace, where a warm fire crackled and popped. Barnaby sighed a little, snowy sigh. "Oh," he thought, "it looks so warm in there. It looks so happy. Out here it is just cold and quiet. I wish, just for one night, I could be part of the inside Christmas." Now, on Christmas Eve, magic is thicker than usual. It hangs in the air like glitter. Up in the sky, the big, round Christmas moon was watching down over the world. The moon saw little Barnaby the Snowman standing all alone in the cold garden, looking so longingly at the warm window. The moon was old and wise, and loved all creatures of the night. Even snowmen made that very afternoon. "Poor little Barnaby," the moon whispered. Its voice was like the sound of wind chimes far away. "You cannot go inside, little one. The warmth of the fire would melt your beautiful snow body away. You belong to the winter chill." Barnaby sagged a little bit. He knew the moon was right. "But," added the moon, and its light shone down brighter, making Barnaby sparkle all over. "Because it is Christmas Eve, I can grant you a small magic. Close your coal eyes, Barnaby." Barnaby did as he was told. "Sleep now," whispered the moon. "Your snowy body must stay here in the cold garden, but tonight your snowman spirit can float on a moonbeam. You may go inside and see the magic." And suddenly, Barnaby felt very light. He felt like a dandelion seed caught in a gentle breeze. He drifted up, away from his cold body, and floated right toward the cottage window. He slipped right through the glass of the window like a ghost made of mist. Oh, the first thing that hit him was the smell. It didn't smell like cold air and pine needles anymore. It smelled wonderful. It smelled like warm gingerbread cookies fresh from the oven. It smelled of cinnamon sticks and sweet oranges. Barnaby floated through the living room. It was warm, but because he was just a spirit now, the heat didn't hurt him at all. It just felt cozy, like a hug. He floated up to the Christmas tree. Up close, it was even more beautiful. He hovered next to a shiny red bauble and saw his own reflection in it. A little, floating, transparent snowman smiling happily. He touched a branch with his misty hand, and the pine needles felt soft, not prickly. He floated over to the fireplace. The fire had burned down to glowing red embers, giving the room a sleepy orange glow. He saw the stockings hanging there, bulging with shapes that looked like oranges and small toys. On a little table near the chimney, he saw a plate. On the plate were 3 chocolate chip cookies and a glass of milk, and next to it, a big, crunchy carrot. "Ah," thought Barnaby, "a snack for Santa and a treat for the reindeer." He felt a rush of happiness knowing that someone was coming to visit soon. He floated up the stairs, past pictures on the wall, and peeked into a bedroom. There were the children who had built him, fast asleep under thick quilts, dreaming peaceful Christmas dreams. Barnaby hovered over them for a moment, silently wishing them a Merry Christmas. He felt filled up with warmth from the top of his misty head to the bottom of his misty base. He finally understood. Christmas wasn't just the lights or the tree. It was this feeling of quiet peace and happiness inside a home. The old grandfather clock in the hallway chimed softly. Dong, dong, dong. It was time to go back. Barnaby floated back down the stairs, through the living room that smelled of gingerbread, and slipped back out through the window pane. He drifted across the cold garden and settled gently back into his solid, snowy body. He opened his coal eyes. He felt the cold wind on his carrot nose again. He felt the weight of the snow. But he didn't feel sad anymore. He felt wonderful. He had seen the inside magic. Up above, the moon winked at him slowly, and then faded away as the sky began to turn a soft, sleepy gray, and then a pale pink. Morning was coming. Christmas morning. Barnaby the Snowman stood proudly in his garden, watching the sun rise over the glittering snow. He knew that soon the children would wake up and run downstairs to find their presents. And he knew that he, Barnaby, was the luckiest snowman in the whole world, because he kept the warm secret of Christmas Eve tucked deep inside his snowy heart. Sleep tight now. Merry Christmas.